If you're new around here, let me catch you up to speed because a lot has happened in the last 18 months. For the past 5 years, I lived a very happy life, teaching and living in Chiang Mai, northern Thailand. And then COVID came and I was like, you know what, screw this, I'm not enjoying teaching online, and I quit. I wanted to combine two of my passions, travel and video making, and so I started this YouTube channel and I wanted to kick off with a bang, and that's what I think I did by choosing to travel to every single province in Thailand on my little Honda. And it took us 13 months, but we went everywhere. We had a blast doing it, and yeah, it was a wild ride. Oh, it plays music. This is the best gas station ever. And then to keep momentum, I went over to Vietnam. I went to Hanoi and I bought another little Honda, and we spent 2 months traveling from the very top all the way down through the country in the south. And Vietnam is such a destination for an adventure, and that's exactly what we had. You guys have the best life. And then on my return to Thailand, I purchased my dream bike, a Honda CT125. It's also known as a postie in Australia or a trail in America. And for me, it's the ultimate adventure bike. And so that's what we're doing. We're going to be taking this bike into Laos, into Cambodia, maybe into Myanmar, Malaysia, in Indonesia in the future, who knows. But I do want to test this bike. I don't want to go into Laos without any experience on Zelda. That's the name of my bike. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave Bangkok, which is where I bought the bike, and kind of position it near the border of Laos. I have to take a trip back to the UK just for a couple of weeks to see friends and family. And when I come back, I want the bike to be as near to the Laos border as possible. Along the way, we're going to be having some beautiful adventures. We're going to be staying at some incredible locations. We're going to be seeing lots of things we've never seen before, as well as a few things that we have, but in new and unfamiliar ways. So sit down and relax, enjoy this mini series as we take Zelda up to the border of Laos and iron out the creases, get to know each other, bond, problem solve here in Thailand, as we always have to on these road trips. So we've just had a complete back brake failure. I have no back brake. The hell am I supposed to do now? So yeah, let's pick things up in our first province, which is the beautiful, the underrated, the extremely unseen Uthai Thani. Enjoy this series. So the purpose of this mini road trip is to test out Zelda, my brand new Honda CT125. Put her through her paces. Let's see what she can do. Let's see how driving her from Bangkok to Chiang Mai goes. Now I've already, from Bangkok to here in Uthai Thani, in this beautiful place here, I've already had some issues. Let me show you the main ones. So the first one, let me show you what happens when I park up. There's just too much weight on the back. Actually, I've just put my bag in the room. But when I was getting fuel earlier, because I have my back box with my camera equipment and then my backpack with my clothing, that is just too heavy for the kickstand, and the whole thing wants to fall over. Let me show you. So, kickstand. She really wants to fall over. And earlier with my backpack at the petrol station, she almost fell. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to upgrade the kickstand. It's a little issue, but it's quite important because every time I was fueling up today or pulling over to 7-Eleven to get a drink, the bike wanted to go. And the first time it nearly snapped my ankle. The other one is, and this is definitely like a design fault from K-Speed, the guys who make the exhaust, the seat and this tank cover, plus many other parts of this bike. Have a look. So this is to open the fuel compartment, which is under the seat. Now the stock seat just opens up, but look, it's getting caught on this tank cover. You see? It won't open further than this. It's just too tight here. So what I have to do, which is super annoying, is take the tank cover off. Like that. That's what the tank cover is. And you can see here's the bag that it comes with. This is for storing, you know, whatever you want, basically. Something nice and safe. I have to take this off, and then it can open, and then we can refuel. It's not the end of the world, but it's kind of annoying, right? Every time you want to fuel up, which for me is like 2 or 3 times a day, you have to take this tank cover off. And the last one is it's just a phone holder. This little 300 baht thing. It doesn't hold my phone unless I take it out of the case. So that's just probably gonna have to get replaced. I was gonna get a proper quad lock system anyway, but I just didn't have time, so I bought this. It's rubbish. But this is what I like about doing these little mini road trips. This is a process. This bike, this dream bike, this thing that I'm so proud to own, is not perfect, but we'll get there. So this area of Uthai Thani is it's unbelievable. It's one of my favorite parts of the country. The reason why I've come back here on the first day of this road trip is to stay 2 nights. I'm going to be enjoying this beautiful little hut. It's quite basic inside, it's nothing fancy. 1,300 baht per night, and I'll put the link in the description for you if you do want to come here. It's surrounded by one of the most beautiful areas of the country. And last time I was here doing my tour of the provinces, there's something super special here, super special, but it was closed because of COVID, but it's open now. So I'm gonna rock up, have a beer, and watch the football. In the morning, I'll show you the reason why I started this road trip to Bangkok in Uthai Thani. I just also want to take a quick moment to say, you know, I recently hit 100,000 subscribers, and I was having dinner with Miss P and Flora and Note, you know those guys, YouTube channel based in Koh Samui, and good friends of mine. And they were so pumped for me, and they were like, oh, how do you feel, how do you feel? And to me, 100,000 subscribers is just a number, it's just a number. It's not something I'm focused on, it's not something that I'm actually that proud of. There are lots of YouTube channels out there with triple, double, 10 times, 100 times, and you know, it's just a number, and it's YouTube celebrates it, and it's a milestone for sure. But do you know what makes me happy? Do you know what the biggest achievement of this YouTube channel is for me? Other than like 100,000 and, you know, getting good views and now and again in Vietnam and stuff like that, is the bike. Zelda is the biggest achievement I've ever had. I put 100,000 baht into this bike. 100,000 subscribers is a lot, and it means a much to me, but the bike, driving her from Bangkok today, you know, I get emotional. This is the most expensive, most beautiful thing I've ever owned. It's my dream bike, and yes, she's not perfect, but what is? But maybe one day she will be the perfect bike. But right now, I just love her, and I'm so happy to be on the road. Meow meow. Here's your boo boo. Here's your boo boo. Here's your boo boo. Here's your boo boo. Here comes the rain. Cheers. Big ears. This is Hop Patat. I mean, this is the reason why we've come to Uthai Thani province once more. It's also known as the hidden forest, and within these limestone cliffs, someone went climbing through a cave and found a very rare area of forest. There's lots of incredibly unique and rare plants and animals living in here, and they drilled an entrance through the cave so that the public can now visit it. This is a real unseen part of Thailand. Why is there always so many bats? Oh my god, there's thousands of them. Even though there's nobody here, I find myself being very quiet. I don't want to disturb the birds and all of these animals that live in this sinkhole. This is a giant sinkhole, 360 degrees limestone cliffs engulfing this ancient, historical, tiny fragment of a rainforest. This is special. I'm so glad I came here. And you can too. Just a few hours north of Bangkok, can you believe it? it's not just the plants, but it's the animal life here that is just so unique. We're in this tiny little pocket, like a time capsule of nature. Oh, we'll put this fern, we'll put this type of bug, we'll put this type of bird. And in 65 million years, humans will dig a hole through the cave and find it. But we'll take the dinosaurs out because we don't want them to die. Honestly, if you want to feel like Dora the Explorer, then come here. It looks like there's another cave entrance here, so we're gonna go in. There's a really nice path and it just walks you through. How did I not come here last time? I'm so happy that we got to come here now. In your face, COVID. I cannot recommend this place enough. The location's in the description. Took me 3 hours to get here. On a little motorbike, you could get here in 2 hours in a car for sure. You've seen where I've stayed, right? This area is unseen. No crowds, just green jungles, limestone cliffs, beautiful farming everywhere. I'll take you around this area a little bit more after this. This is a special province, Uthai Thani. It's a sleeper. Wake up. This is perfect. Absolutely perfect. There's loads of little roads like this in this area, but I want to try going on these dirt roads. I think this will probably just lead to somebody's house, but you never know. You see, this is what the trail bike was designed for. Off-road trails. So let's just see where this leads, shall we? I would imagine it's going to be leading to a farmhouse with all this corn, and there's a lot of tapioca growing around here too. What do we have here? Ah, okay, this looks like someone's private property. That's okay, we'll keep exploring. I can hear the dog barking. Let's just get out of here. Am I stuck on a twig? I think I'm stuck on a twig. Ah, there's a... Let me show you. Voila! Also, fun fact, can you see here, like an idiot, I've just broken a 1,700 baht brand new GoPro mount because I freaking like an idiot planted it here to get the shot of the front wheel, and you can even see the melted plastic on the exhaust. What a freaking idiot. I just noticed that this GoPro was all covered in sunscreen. You know, I've been making motorcycle vlogs for about 1.5 years. You'd think I'd know better, but I don't. Still learning on the job. I got an email like a few days ago. You know, what film school did I go to? This is film school, right here. Making stupid mistakes, expensive stupid mistakes, is my lesson for the day. I've crashed, what, 3 or 4 drones? That's how I became a good drone pilot. Had a couple of crashes on Dreamy years ago, and that taught me how to be a better rider. I'm still not very good, but stuff like this is how you get good. You make stupid mistakes. You drive for 2 hours to a waterfall and you realize the SD card for your camera is back in the laptop in your room 2 hours away. You never make that mistake again. You buy a 1,700 baht GoPro clamp mount, which gives you dynamic and interesting variations of angles for the audience, and then on day 2 of using it, you melt it. So yeah, this is the film school. It's called Paddy Doyle's Film School of Life. Lesson 1, go out into the field, make 1,000 mistakes, and try not to make the same mistake twice. To be fair, it's a little bit like just the same as being a YouTuber. You want to be a YouTuber? Well, go to a YouTube school. Go and make YouTube videos. Oh, that looks pretty. We'll go down there. Everybody wants you to make perfect videos. But the thing is, if your videos are about you, like my videos are about me and my adventures, I'm not perfect. So my videos are not going to be perfect. Just remember that. But because I wear my heart on my sleeve and I relay exactly how I'm feeling and exactly what's happening to me, the good and the bad times, especially in Vietnam, I become an easy target because on social media everybody wants perfection, right? And to be fair, we have an opportunity to present ourselves as perfect. Just like on Instagram, I can curate a perfect photo. And you know, I spend way longer making the thumbnail with Will from Will and Jose. We go back and forth so many times to make sure it's perfect, because we can. But when it comes to the edit, I keep all those imperfections in, because I'm not perfect. If I'm stroppy, if I'm short with people, if I'm angry, if I'm hungry, if I'm depressed, if I'm sad, if I'm lonely, I keep those moments in because that's me. I suffer all of the things that you suffer from. I'm not God. I'm an idiot, just like many people out there. And yeah, I could edit all that stuff out, but then I'd just be another one of those cliche YouTubers. Oh my God, everywhere we go is so amazing because we cut out all the crap parts. Just having a little bit of a heart-to-heart / rant whilst finding whatever this is. Where should we go? Should we go here? These are all tapioca fields, by the way, if you're wondering. All this is tapioca. And the root system looks a little bit like a sweet potato. And I ate some recently and it's delicious. In fact, the last time I came to this province, when we were doing the 77 provinces, I asked people in the video, I said, what is this? And someone left a comment, I Googled it, and they were right. This feels so cool, just to be able to go over a completely uneven surface and not really feel it. The suspension is doing all the good work. I would cut to a really nice dynamic angle of the suspension working, but I melted that mount. Okay, gonna wrap this video up in a minute. I'm gonna go for a lovely walk in this gorgeous afternoon and show you some of the beautiful scenes whilst I do two things. One, play you a beautiful song, one of our favorite songs on this channel, and I want to say thank you to a few people because I've had a lot of support recently, especially in Vietnam. It was an amazing time, but there were some tough times, and these people really helped me through. So let me share some positivity and say a thank you, whilst also sharing a little bit more of this incredible, incredible place.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all, could care less the cost. I give you my everything. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. And give me your freedom. Whoa, yeah, me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium.